Hello, good evening to everyone here on YouTube. I pray and I hope that this message reaches the right ears and eyes. Thank you for clicking on this video. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for supporting. And if you haven't subscribed yet or you're not a supporter right now, I look forward to your support and for you connecting with me and joining me on this spiritual journey. Tonight, it's gonna be a little bit different. It's gonna be a little bit more personal. I'm taking a big, huge, I don't want to say risk or chance, but I'm just taking, I guess, a leap of faith in order to reach other mothers, reach maybe fathers, uncles, aunts, sisters, brothers, cousins. Um, I just pray that this reaches the right eyes and ears. I'm not doing this for likes. I'm not doing this to beg friend. I'm not doing this to be recognized. Um, I want to big up everybody that has joined this channel knowing that not a typical YouTube channel. I don't do all these fancy editings. I don't have fancy thumbnails, you know, that duppy music playing in the background. I'm just me. And, sometimes I think about it and I say, you know what? Sometimes it's good to be like a mom and pops, like the mom and pop shops or those little dirty looking restaurants or those little dirty looking, they always have like the best food, like the best French fries or the best burgers or whatever, and sometimes when people try to change things up and, try to accommodate other people's likes or try to do things for other people other than themselves, it just doesn't work. So this is just my formula, and I appreciate all of those people out there in the world. I don't know exactly who everyone is, where all of you are located, but according to YouTube, the people that view my videos aren't even my subscribers, and they're Canadian. So I'm not really seeing views from the UK or the US or Australia or, across Europe or Africa or whatever. I'm seeing, according to YouTube analytics, I'm seeing that all the videos that are viewed are from non-subscribers and Canadians. So hopefully whoever's watching my page, that the message will come across to you to maybe relay this message to other people. I know that I'm a small channel, and even though I don't get a lot of clicks and views, somehow my ideas get stolen, or my words are regurgitated somehow, magically. So, we'll see if after this video, um, you know, if things just magically happen again. But anyways, so if anybody remembers, I've said before, I never want to come across as a Miss Know-It-All or a Miss Smarty Pants. And I want to come from a place of knowing. I don't want to come from a place where I read a book about it, or I heard about it from somewhere, or I saw it on the internet. I want to speak from a place of personal experience, live life experience. And tonight, this is what I'm going to do. And I'm right now, like, I'm crossing my toes, and oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous, because this is something that I never thought that I would even talk about ever again, especially on a public social media platform. But I've been thinking about this for the past month, since a lot of related videos and news have been prevalent lately. And I feel like me being silent or me not trying to help or say something, I feel like I'm just as bad as some of the other people. I feel like I'm helping the abusers, or helping the not helping the victims by trying to have a voice for them. Sometimes people don't know that they have a voice. Some people just don't know who to direct their voice to. So I'm gonna stop with the blah 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 blah. Maybe I'm nervous. Well, I know I am nervous, so that's probably why I'm talking so much. It's the same thing when I'm nervous. I laugh. Like when I go to funerals, I laugh, and people are looking at me kind of like, somebody's dead and you're laughing. Yeah, I make joke that's just me. That's just how I deal with my nerves. So, um, I'm going to start off, like I said, by saying that I'm not begging friends. I'm not looking for certain people oh, Naka is no, go to her channel, blah, blah. No, because I'm not a mix-up channel, so people don't naturally gravitate and run over here to support me, because I'm not talking about people. I'm not dissing people. I'm not carrying news. I don't know about no celebrity this and that. I have no clue. I'm in my own little bubble. I'm on my own private island. So so like I said, lately I've been seeing a lot of stories about sexual molestation, rape, abuse, things of that nature. And I'm not gonna come with stories that I heard. I have my Bible right here, so you know that I'm speaking the truth. Let's see my leg. See, there's part of Nakas right there. So I made this little board. It says, please sign the petition ASAP. Please go to O like octopus, P like pussy, M like man, G like good, O like October, V like victorious, J like jump, and M like mama. And I'm basically, why did it just get so blurry? Hold on, let me get my towel here. Just give me 1 second, because I'm not editing anything. I don't know. I don't have time for that. So again, it's OPM.GOV. Oh, I forgot the dot. OPM.GOV.JM. Please be a voice for silent violence. And I wrote here, please check your emails to confirm at OPM.GOV.JM. Go team. So I just try to make it a little bit colorful and fun, because I know that some people have feelings towards not seeing my face. But I know that there's tons of channels on YouTube, tons of channels on Facebook where you do not see the person's face. You only hear their voice. And I cannot stress enough, if my son did not die, I would not even be on YouTube. The pumpernickel bagel duppy bat drunk or be a boogie monster. I know that it's probably lurking in the wings, uh, rubbing its hands, rubbing its paws together, trying to gather all this information to try to diss me or try to degrade me. But at the end of the day, I've thought about this. I've talked to God about this, and my spirit is keep telling me to talk about it, to speak to other people, just get it out. Who cares? It's already done and gone already. So anyways, so I've seen, I'm not going to call any names. I've seen a few young ladies speaking about some cases in regards to getting deportees that were charged in another country with pedophilia, rape, sexual assault, sexual abuse, to have to register. So I'm gonna take you back, way back, way back into time. I don't know if you guys remember. Oh baby, oh baby. Oh, anyway, it's Black Street. Um, I'm going to take you back into time, into a little bit of history, so you all see where I'm coming from, and that I'm not doing this maliciously. I'm not trying to bash anybody. I'm coming from a place of personal lived life experience. This is my experience. And Duppy Bad, if you want to go ahead and give me a thumbs down right now, you go right ahead, because your head's still going to be dry in the morning and your teeth are still going to be broken and crooked. So God bless your black broken heart, but you're obviously more hurt than me, that you have to be going through all these extreme lengths to try to bring me down and tear me down. But here's some more information for you to go on your channel and make videos and laugh and rejoice in people's mishaps and misfortunes and downfalls in life, because your life is so perfect and you're so untouchable that everybody wishes that they could be just like you. So today I'm going to share some personal information and reasons why I'm encouraging people to sign up this petition, and why I even went through doing this little colorful board here today. So this is like, I have repressed memories. I repressed a lot of things, so I don't really have to think about it or have to deal with it with all the other problems that have accumulated in my life over the years. So years and years ago, back in the 80s, I was in elementary school and I had two best friends, Karen and Paula, big up. And this was after my other friend, Juanita, her mom had got murdered. So she had to move with her grandparents. So Paula, Karen, and I became even more close. And, plus we went to the same school, we're in the same class. And, so they knew my personality. So one day I had come to school and I was looking sad, and they were asking me what's wrong. And, it was weighing so heavily on my chest. I just needed to get it out. I needed to tell somebody. So I figured, you know what, I'm like, these are my two best friends, they're sisters, they're identical twins, basically. So I'm like, either which way, if I tell one, one sister's going to tell the other sister. Well, it's like, so what's the big deal? So anyways, there was a new girl that had come to the school. Her name was Eva. And Eva tried, I guess, wedging her way in with us or whatever. So I didn't really like Eva, but if Paula and Karen were cool with her, I guess she had to be cool with me too, right? So one day, that day when I came to school looking unhappy and they were asking me what's wrong, Eva was there, and I had told them a secret, or so I thought it was a secret. And I told them that something had happened to me, and I didn't want anybody to know. I didn't want to tell my mom. I didn't want nobody to find out, etc., etc. I just needed to get it off my chest. Next thing I know, some of the grade 8 students start coming up to me saying, "Oh my gosh, you know what I just heard? I heard that you got raped." I was like, "Rape? What? No, that's not true. What the fuck?" Anyways, when recess was over and I went back to class and stuff like that, and everybody in the class is like looking and pointing and talking and whispering, and it was just the most uncomfortable thing. And I ended up breaking down and telling the teacher. And I told the teacher, and she immediately went and notified the principal. The principal immediately has to call children's aid, and then it's this whole thing, right? And I'm in Catholic school, so it's just this whole drama. So my mom is very Jamaican. She's very rahaha, typical loud rah Jamaican lady. And I'm more worried that I'm gonna get beaten, I'm gonna get in trouble. And the principal's saying why? I'm gonna say because I didn't tell her, and I'm gonna get the blame. So the principal's like, you get the blame. Get the blame for what? So I was comfortable with my principal and with my teacher, so I was able to tell them details on what had happened and who did it and stuff like that and what was going on. Anyways, by the time that this all got to court and everything, this demon, the mother, threatened me right there in the court, right in front of the police, right in front of the social worker, my mom, everybody, lawyer, everybody. The mom threatens me. And she's, of course, cussing me for her son, the demon. And I'm just a little kid. I'm so scared. I'm so frightened. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, this whole time I'm regretting even saying anything, and I'm hating Eva. I'm saying I fight Eva. I'm a fighter. Anyways, that's another story. Eva, if you're hearing this story, you know some you had your fight. We fight till school finish. We fight till summer break. Me and you fight. Yo, Mr. Me hate the girl. Me hate the girl. Me hate the girl. Me hate the girl. Anyways, go to court. Everything had to go through all these motions. I didn't really want to, but at the end of the day, it was out of my hands because, the school's telling me, sometimes, you're as a kid, you don't understand about code of ethics and conduct and, rules and regulations and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. So, like I said, I regretted saying anything to my so-called friends, sharing that secret with them. But everything works out as we've learned as we get older and we get more mature and we get better in understanding and overstanding. And when I learned what the judge ruled, I was so devastated and heartbroken and scared that it was just something that it was just like reliving this nightmare all over again, because it was like we went through all of this just for him to get a slap on the wrist. He didn't, I don't believe he got any jail time at the time, because the judge did not, the judge said it wasn't a rape, which it wasn't a rape. It was, what did they say? It was a molestation. So nothing happened to him. It was a slap on the wrist. Anyways, as years went on, all the, so much, there's just so much details. So nothing ended up happening to him. In was it 1999 or 2009? How would they, Ross? It's either 1999 or Yeah, never, you know. Maybe this was the year that ended with a 9. If on a 1999, because 1999 is when I met my son's father at Steenie's birthday party. Big up Steenie, Fire Kid Steenie. Um, so no, so it couldn't have been 99. So it had to have been 2009 because my son was yeah. So maybe it would had to have been 2009 then, because now we're 2020, right? All right. So it must have been 2009. I get a phone call and from my so-called brother, and he's telling me, oh, that he's dead. So it's like, first of all, how would you even know that after all these years? And second of all, like, how, why, where, and all these years I've always wondered if he had daughters, if he had other children, if he was going around other children. And when I read the old bitches worry, I call it old bitches worry or old bitches worry. So when I read his obituary, he was praised as a good father, as a family man. And where my heart sank was that he was a girls soccer coach. I want to say where, but because I have that um pumpernickel bagel looking stalker, I just don't want to give this boogie monster any more ammunition or any more things to have or to say about me or to be digging, because this boogie monster just wants to haunt and terrorize people's life, right? So I'm trying to keep certain things to a minimum and trying to withhold certain information, because at the end of the day, his daughters, I'm pretty sure, had absolutely no clue that this happened. I'm pretty sure he never told his wife, and obviously his employers and all these people that are praising him and writing all these accolades and all these things about him absolutely did not know that he was a demon. He was a monster. This was the first time or the first person that violated me and confirmed how evil people can and will be to you. And as a child, you interpret these kind of things differently, and especially if you're coming from a toxic and a dysfunctional environment, you don't know the difference. And as we get older, we learn about things like narcissism, and we learn about definitions and meanings of things. I'm really gonna try to hurry up because it's already over 20 minutes, and I'm not gonna do this video again. Um, so moving forward, um, there's a guy named, we're gonna go by AJ, and whoever in Toronto that grew up with me, you guys know exactly who AJ is. The AJ is his initials, but because I don't have anything against his mom, his sisters, or his brother, the nephews. Like I don't want to like put them in any kind of weird position or predicament, so I don't want to really call out their names and stuff like that, but I have like the newspaper clippings and stuff like that. So um some of them I couldn't put because they have pictures and whatever. So anyways, AJ, we grew up with AJ's mother used to babysit me as a child. We grew up in the same neighborhood. And fast forward to 93-ish when I got kicked out of Catholic school, and I wasn't able to go to schools down in Toronto. My mom was really against me going to public school, and she was basically telling me that I'm kind of stuck because I just got a uniform, and uniforms are expensive. Like a kilt alone was like a bill. A cardigan was like $50. A shirt was like, So she's just like, no, I just spent $500 on the uniform, and you just got kicked out of school. So, you're gonna have to figure this out. So I ended up in Brampton at my sister's house, right? She's not my real sister, but my mom raised her from her mom died. So I grew up with her as my sister or whatever. So I mean, whoever knows me knows like all of this. Anyways, so went to Brampton, went to school, went to apply for school up there. There was a high school right down the street from where my sister lives. Sister, she's not my blood sister, right? So went down the street, Brampton Centennial. Big up Brampton Centennial. Everybody that I know in Brampton Centennial. Yes, I went to Brampton Centennial. And I tried applying, and the principal just kept turning me down, vice principal. And no matter like how many times I was going back to the school, it was one thing on the phone, but then when I went to go apply in person, they kept denying me. And so my mom eventually had to come up to the school and make a appointment with the principal to have a meeting to talk to him, to say like, what's the problem, like why can't she get in, like she lives right there, blah 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 blah. The principal was covering up his reasons why I wasn't getting into the school, and he finally slipped and said something, and my mom was like, hold on, wait, what? The principal said how my older brother came to the school, had a meeting with him, and told him not to let me into the school because I was a big time troublemaker, and I just love to fight, which was true. And and all I was gonna do was come to the school and that wasn't my intention, was to go to the school to fight, right? I was, because I was like kind of like in what would you call it, like culture shock, because I was coming from Catholic school going into public school, so I was used to Italian, Portuguese, Hispanics. I was not used to like all these black people. I wasn't used to it, right? So I was, it was very overwhelming. Anyways, find out that this AJ guy, the same AJ, went to the school and told them all these stuff. Okay. He was living at my sister's house. I can't remember what happened to his place, why he had to end up living there with us. And so that's how he knew that I was going to the school and what was going on. Otherwise, he wouldn't really know our family business, right? So he went and he did all of that. Anyways, if anybody knows AJ, like how we used to drive and splash old people with the dirty rainwater and laugh and do all kind of shaggy, go to McDonald's ordering curry goat and sour sop. This guy was a piece of work. Anyways, went to the school, told them all these lies, whatever. So once my mom cleared it up with the principal and told the principal who the person was and that it wasn't my brother and all it, like we had to go through so much just to prove that it was a lie just so I can get into the school, which I ended up getting kicked out of for fighting anyway. So then it kind of ended up being true that so anyways, yeah. So after that, no, before I got kicked out of school, he poisoned me. And my so-called sister, who used to benefit off of his crime or criminal proceeds, and her friends, they found all this stuff funny and they found all this stuff cute because things weren't being done to them or things weren't being done to their children. So they didn't really see the significance of being adults or being mature in the matter and telling him not to do certain things, or what he's doing isn't right, or that they don't condone it, they don't support it. But they found all these things funny and they giggled and they laughed. So he would do all kind of stuff. And anybody in Toronto that knows this guy knows this guy used to keep up pure fuckery. Anyways, after he poisoned me and whatever, that was a whole other drama. I'm telling you all of this to kind of set a background and a history, so you guys kind of have an understanding of where I'm going with this, and why I'm asking for people to support this petition and to sign this petition as soon as possible. So one night we were there and he came in a rush, like scared us, like literally like scared us, because the way he's panting and out of breath, and he's saying, please, you guys gotta cut off my hair, you guys gotta cut off my hair. So at the time we're thinking that he got caught, because what they used to do was they used to go and I'm not giving anybody any ideas, police officers, I'm not giving people ideas, I'm just letting people know what they used to do for money. So he was in like a car ring, like I don't know if it was stolen cars or whatever, but he was like in some kind of car ring, because he was always having like different cars and could never really say like where he was getting it from, because he had a job at Canadian Tire, which was like how long ago. But after that, like, nobody really knew how he was making money, and he always had these nice fancy cars. So what they used to do was they used to go out at nighttime to the nice neighborhood them, the good up rich neighborhood them, like Richmond Hill and Thornhill and places like far, like they would go far from the house, right? To like these upscale neighborhoods, and go and steal their patio furniture and things that were like outside, like that were valuable. Trust me when I say like they were getting like nice stuff. And I'm not gonna say like everything, because I'll be ratting out on certain other people, but this is what he used to do. These are the things that he used to do. This is one of the things that he used to do. One of the two things that we know that he got arrested for anyways. So anyways, he came in the night rushing, telling us to cut his hair. And eventually my sister like ended up shaving his hair for him. And but he wasn't really telling us like what was going on, so we're just thinking that he